Hi everybody, it's Check Your Connection time, and today it's Maths with Kelsey, the Vice Chair of Dimensions, and today's topic is friendship and loneliness, and I'm going to introduce you to Kelsey, my guest.
Thank you, Matt. So I'm Kelsey Berry. As Matt just said, I'm Vice Chair of Dimensions for 6 months so far, which I am absolutely loving. I am from Wakefield, the sunny, kind of sunny north right now. And we are going to be talking about friendship and loneliness, which is one of our priorities.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. I basically pretty much do cause chaos for public affairs when I can. Um, and part of the AP, part of Arc England with some exciting stuff coming up, and a council member. So in today's podcast, um, we're talking about what the council does and doing, and we're doing a download section where maybe Kelsey will spill the beans of her exciting news that she told the world. Um, I don't know. I don't think I'll get an invite, but maybe Michelle, other people get an invite. But we'll also talk about all the exciting stuff coming up with the council. And so, Kelsey, as it's the council's priority, friendship and loneliness, can you explain why we're doing friendship and loneliness as a Dimensions Council?
So we got together in our everyday accounts and we went through everything that we want to talk about and what we want to improve. And then more friendship and loneliness came into it. Got put into council of what our one of our priorities is, and we chose that one. And then we get to have these little groups and talk about it, and then and alongside Matt, I think Matt, you're in it as well, and a lot, lots of other people who want to talking about friendships and loneliness. I used to be lonely, but I'm not anymore. I am now engaged to my fiance, who is also supported by Dimensions. So it's all amazing.
Thank you very much. So, what would you want to achieve out of this in once we what would your goal to be on what would you want to would you want support groups in the north, would you want support groups in every regions of dimensions? What would you want to achieve as you can look back on it once it's rolling?
I guess what I want to achieve is so people are not lonely anymore. Even when the support workers have gone, they can actually ring up their friends and talk to them, and not feel scared. And also just for the loneliness part to go away, but everywhere in everywhere like north, east, south, and west.
Is that making sure that support workers can understand when we do feel lonely and we haven't got friends, so they can understand the campaign? I'm not entirely sure 100% how it's being worked on as we talk now, but I suppose the understanding is so support workers can take us to like the cinema, dancing, stuff like that. Is that how it's supposed to be? I'm not entirely. I'm an alien at this.
I
Um,
think what we all want is not to be always on to the staff, but on to the people who we make friends with. I guess because otherwise it's just your staff and that's it, and they're not actually your friends, actually your people that work and support you. But I think we also want people to have friendship groups around dimensions so they can actually talk to each other, make friends, make true friends, not fake friends and stuff like that.
that's brilliant. Really good to hear. So, in an ideal, once it gets rolling and working out, how as we're in different regions, I'm in the south, you're in the north, and we're very, very different. So I suppose really it's actually talking to our people that we know in our everybody counts groups, working together for change groups. I suppose as we roll it out, we'll be doing videos, updates about what's going, how is it working as a campaign.
Yeah.
And I suppose when we look back at it, the achieved goal is making sure that we've got good friends, but everyone being respectful to each other, I'm guessing. Because there's been sometimes friendships, some people don't understand the way people work, or they don't. There's boundaries around friendship, so it's making sure that we're clear what the count, I suppose, what we want to talk about mainly. Because in the north they do a lot more talking than we do down here. Um, a lot more talking. Um, and I suppose really from what you and Jordan would want is for each council member to feedback of how it's going, campaigning rise in our regions, because there's only a couple of council members now, so it's going to be interesting to see how, because we've created a sort of friendship bubble in the
Yeah.
counts, but it's
And it's
professional.
not just about alcohol.
No.
Or our favourite alcohol. Oh,
Um,
so what we mean by couple council members, there's only about, is there about 7 of us now? Or something like that. So David's having a break. He's having a 6-month break. That's what Matt, you just told me earlier.
yeah,
And then I believe it's just literally me, Emma, Matt, Jordan, Tabs, just like
that's it.
that. Yeah.
That is literally. I
But
mean,
we are
we got
actually,
that, we got the housing tenants, but
but
they're
I've heard from Tracy is that we're having 2 new people, new members to join us. So hopefully to hear from that.
hopefully. Um,
So cooking campaign
yeah.
is also amazing. I enjoy going on to that because I actually get to do some TikToks soon with Michelle when it's a face-to-face council thing because she'll be coming up, which I'm so excited for cuddles and hugs. And then we can do TikToks about cooking campaign and everything else. So that's going to be amazing to do.
Can you also explain to our listeners about the cooking campaign if you can?
Complain.
Yeah, not complain, campaign. Can you explain? Can you explain why and how and what's the motive behind it?
So I guess the cooking campaign's about staying healthy, which is one of our priorities, which is mental health and health. So I guess healthy eating is one of our main points, and we get to do that with Georgia, which she's amazing to talk to if you ever need anything, as well as Michelle. So cooking campaigns, talking about a small group again. And we get to talk about cooking, like healthy eating, what to eat, what not to eat, but then also making sure that everyone's feels okay.
So, are you going to be the next Gordon Ramsay then? Or what's the other famous chef that I can think of as it's International Women's Day?
Gino De
Uh,
Campo. Just don't talk
mm,
about Gino De Campo
no,
because
I
he's
don't
not
think
in
we'll
the
mention Gino.
correct way right now. Oh.
Nigella, are you going to be the new Nigella? Are you, how good are you cooking? You know,
So I guess one of my points is I get to make food, healthy food. I look at the traffic lights in the supermarket. So I look at the red, amber, and the green, and I mostly go for the greens and not the reds. And also that also helps with, I guess, money wise, seeing which is cheapest and not going for the brands because if you go for the brands, it's dearer. So I usually just go for Asda's own. But then I also make a cookbook with my support workers, and then when I'm on my own, I usually cook that by myself.
so would that cookbook, if you got some help with it, would you be able to publish that so that everyone be able to use it, easy, cheap ideas, and I'm guessing that's the idea because I'm not a brilliant cook. I can make a spag bowl, but that's the limits of my.
I
Um,
know all I can make on my own is fish and chips. Put them in the oven and it's done. Or put it in the air fryer. But then also air fryer is also amazing because if you put all in the air fryer, it literally reduces the fat and all of that just drains to the bottom, and then it's just like a proper healthy meal, and you don't burn yourself at all.
Ah, I see. I'm not convinced on air fryers. I'm much more good old frying pan, and I'll tell you the story of that. I put metal in a microwave once and nearly burnt my house down. So I'm a
You don't do
classic.
that, Matt. You do not do that.
Uh, so I'll be health and safety nightmare. But no, that's really good to hear about the cooking campaign because I haven't really heard much about it. So it's really exciting that there's loads of good campaigns coming about. And I suppose for the listeners of the podcast, if they want to know more, they comment below on to get more information on these campaigns that we're talking about today. Um, 'Cause there's lots of exciting things by the sounds of what you're saying, Kelsey, that I am an alien and I did not know about.
You're not
Um,
an alien, you're a human being.
um, but no, it's really exciting projects, and I look forward to seeing um the videos, the uh, you trying to cook an egg with Michelle, or you trying to cook some full English breakfast. I don't know what you're gonna
Oh
do,
yeah,
but
make a full English breakfast with Sarah at her house. That'll be
um,
fun to do.
but I suppose it's exciting for you as vice chair because you'll get to see lots of opportunities, and obviously more opportunities you're getting because it's a different type of role when it being a vice chair because you're with the top ones and you're getting new opportunities. So congratulations on your 6 months. They haven't thrown the P45 at you just yet. Um, um, yes, come dine with me. Yes, I have heard about the come dine with me experience because I did a podcast with some guys up north about the come dine with me. Jimmy, is it? Jimmy and they're up north with
I
Kelsey.
know who you're on about. Mike.
Um, Mike. They're amazing. I don't know if I'd trust Jordan to cook me a three-course meal. Chips with Jordan.
I also think what would be a good idea is when we do go to the face-to-face council that we can actually make something, because that'd be a good idea to do.
In July, yes.
Yes.
So the last council meeting, we've talked about leaders awards. They're coming up. I think that was mentioned in the last.
And we hope that everyone got their votes
Yeah.
going.
Um, and then I think we'll wait and see what. I know we're meeting this Wednesday, but not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. But we'll have to wait and see because there's a lot of changes in the council, so we'll have to see how it all works. Getting people. Um, oh, Rachel joined us. That's right. Um, so do you want to explain what Rachel's role is, and
So
why she joined the council?
So Rachel is the CEO of Dimensions. So we got to hear from her and her Dimension strategy and the big plan about what Dimensions will do. Then we had questions for Rachel about what her job role is, how she's going to help us, what kind of campaigns she's going to be doing with us, and stuff like that. Then we also had Sarah join us, who is also the campaigns manager, joined us to finish a session on collaborative campaigns. So in the face-to-face in January, we got to talk about campaigns. So one of them was about toilet roll and which side do you have it on? So that was fun. And then there was also one about making sure dogs are cared about and loved.
Quite. So, what was your highlight of the council meeting then? That last council, was it the fact Rachel telling us that we're getting a pay rise, or was it the fact of um just all the exciting stuff that's coming up in the Dimensions Council?
I guess it's hearing from Rachel to know that we actually do exist, and also for us people who have special needs and disabilities to know that we are listened to and heard from. Because if we didn't have Rachel, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Very good, valid point. Um, so I'm.
Oh, and then we also talked about, so my thing was the Top Trumps,
Oh yeah,
which I absolutely love. I used to play it when I was younger. Top Trumps is a card game of where you have your heroes or whatever, or Disney princesses or something like that, or cats, from a shell. So it usually has your power, your strengths and stuff. So I guess it's our values, based ones, and we pick whoever is on our council and we ask them what their strengths are, and stuff like that, which I love doing.
yeah. It was funny what certain top trumps we had for certain people at that council meeting. That was quite funny. I do. I, what? So, yeah. So Kelsey, can you explain your top trumps idea for the dimensions people that at the council you was talking about having this top trumps, and you had one for Rachel, you had one for Sarah, you had one for all the others that were on there. Can so what are top trumps?
Matt, what's your top trump?
Uh, I suppose my top trump would be transport geek and possibly a big foodie. I like my food.
But don't forget campaigns, because
Oh,
that's a big
campaigns.
thing for you.
Um, Well, I've got several campaigns on the go at the moment through other organisations, which are slowly coming to fruition. Um, and I'll be able to talk to them more when they come to fruition. But I mainly try and keep my head low, but there's loads of campaigns going out at the moment. Because I do work with the public affairs team and just try and make sure that we're not pressurizing public affairs, but we're just keeping an eye on the government and other stuff. I'm heavily involved with the government. There's a vote today that will have well, there's two votes. There was a vote last night that's going to change some things, and there's a vote today that's going to change some things. So I'll be watching that tonight. That'll be my cup of tea. Um, and I'm not mentioning uh, what's happening in America because that's quite um, bad. Um, But what are your top trumps, Kelsey, apart from cooking and being, well, Kelsey?
Um, Dog lover, cat lover, because they both keep coming to me. I guess I've got that kind of aura. I guess I'd say spiritual person, LGBTQ lover. Because I would fight for them because sometimes people get bullied for them, or laughed at and stuff like that.
I was more thinking one of your top trumps would be you're passionate for for people. If you think there's something wrong, if you think that's wrong, you'll fight for their views. Um, but I suppose the exciting thing now, just before we go into download, is what's your when you look back at the end of this year, what's your hope as vice chair by the end of this year? What would if you were to come back to a podcast with me again, what would be you can say, Matt, we've done this, or what would you want to achieve? Sorry.
I guess more people to be supported by Dimensions, because I guess you see people on the streets and they're homeless and they've got special needs or disability or a hidden disability and they're just wanting help. So I guess making sure more people are safe and have a house to live in and a safe life.
Brilliant. Um, well, thank you so much, Kelsey, for explaining us to the campaigns for our listeners and all that lot. we're now coming to probably the most exciting download ever because I get to ask Kelsey what she's been do. There's something happening in Kelsey's life. I'm probably not getting invited, but welcome to the download, everyone. And the question is, Kelsey, what have you been down? What's the excitement in your life that you've told everyone in the world, and you're now going to tell loads of listeners what's happening in your life?
So in my life, 2 to 3 weeks ago, I actually got my boyfriend, now fiance, got down on two knees, not one knee, and proposed to me at my birthday party, which I was very happy about.
Yay! Does that mean I've got to get a hat? Me,
Come all the way to north.
I mean, I, I was laughing. I was thinking, oh, is it going to be big? Is it going to be like Married at First Sight? Is it going to be? Um, are
Well,
you are you
I guess
excited?
I guess my story with my fiance Alan now is we first started being supported by Dimensions, and we got together with Dimensions as friends, and then we always met up every Monday to the Fleece in the north in Horbury, which is also a Leeds United pub, by the way, Matt, which is my dad's favourite team in the whole world. Bless his heart, 3 years coming up this year of his anniversary. And then we got together. I asked him over text message if we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and he said yes. And now we have been together 6 years in December, and now we're engaged.
Congratulations. I look forward to when your name gets changed, or are you keeping your name?
I'm
Um,
double barreling, hopefully.
oh, um, I don't know what instant wisdom I'll give you, but I just wish you good luck. Um, and I suppose for me, really, in the download section, I've just been watching sport as usual, Rugby Six Nations, and I suppose really keeping an eye on what the government's doing. And
And also watching Leeds United be top people. Go
I
Leeds.
will never be a Leeds United fan in a minute. I'll never be that Jordan would kill me.
Yes, he would
But no,
actually.
it's good.
But he wouldn't do it physically. He'd do it
No,
emotionally, just so everyone knows that we don't have the
yes.
police sent over to your house.
No, I think it's there's some exciting stuff coming up, and I'm really excited for what's coming up in your life, what's coming up in the council's life.
And then also in the council, we'll be doing the social media stuff with Michelle again, which I'm very excited to do. And I can't wait to do all my lovely TikToks that I got to do with Michelle last time. Social media takeover, which I'm very excited.
Yes,
So everyone look out for it. It's going to be very amazing. And hopefully I'm at the top again. Sorry, Matt.
it's all right. This face breaks cameras, as I've discovered. Um,
Oh, and
it's
also, me and Emma and other Emma from council, we got to do our photos. So, and we also did photos to show what support looks like in our daily
brilliant,
lives.
brilliant. I've been badgering on people to do that because actually that's the way that we're doing social care now is photos. Jordan's video was amazing of how, and I think that's the way we've got to respond to it now.
Mhm.
Um, so as I nearly finish, unless I've forgotten anything, um, uh, I want to say a special thanks to my guest, the Vice Chair, Kelsey. So thank you, Kelsey, but do say thank you yourself and bye bye and all that mumbo jumbo. Um, and the next podcast will be on its way later on, and that will be led for the co-chair and Martin. So do and look forward to that one. I won't be there. So you missed me for one podcast. But do listen to that one. Over to Kelsey. Say thank you and goodbye.
So thank you, and you forgot to say the month, and it's going to be out in April, Matthew.
Oh yeah.
So thank you for listening. I hope you all get some lovely comments back from you, and I just can't wait for to do the social media takeover.
So thank you very much for listening. If you really enjoyed it, email dimensions@dimensions.org. Little line UK. Unless I've got that
Or
completely wrong,
or
I'll get
comment
Kelsey to say.
or comment on YouTube, our YouTube, or
Yeah.
even Facebook, or any of our social media, which we all love.
So thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. So Kelsey, as we, what do? I host a podcast